Go ahead.
I know it's on.
Well, no, it wasn't on yet when you waved. It still said standby. What?
Nothing. It's just that this is the most homespun thing that has ever happened in the history of anything creative. And it's hilarious. Not lost on me is the fact that I have made fun of people who do this. And I'm doing that. But that's okay. So yeah, I'm taking a medicine right now. And one of the symptoms, or one of the side effects, I swear to God, is yawn. And I looked that up too. It actually says side effects include yawn. That's embarrassing to even write that. You'll be suffering from yawn. There's been a lot of good comments and things that have been made about this little deal here. Thanks a lot. I'm just being me. There's not a whole lot to it. I realize that. And I realize the production value is very low, but this allows me to get this done quickly and get to doing some other things that I would normally not be able to do on time off, or because like if I'm working, I don't have time to do much of anything. But I've been able to do a few things, been able to rest a little bit. You know, it's just different. I'm having difficulty getting used to the way the days lay out now, but I'll figure it out, and who knows? Maybe be back to it for long. I hope so. Believe it or not, this is crazy to me. I have booked an appearance, an event. It is, I got MC Sporting Goods, and a lot of you are familiar with them. It's of course, a sporting goods place, and they're here in Michigan and several other places, I believe, but they're having a grand reopening, and they reached out to me about being part of their grand reopening. They have a store in Grand Rapids on Plainfield, just north of 96, and it's a ways away. It's like a month away, March 26th. I will be there from 1 to 3, just hanging out. So that's crazy that I don't even have a job and I got booked to do an appearance. That's very flattering. So keep that in mind. And they reached out to me, and they're helping my family. So I'm extremely grateful for that. So March 26th, 1 to 3. Hi Milo. At MC Sporting Goods. I'll be mentioning that time and again.
Will you be there with your bucket or your empty violin case?
Like I'm begging?
Yeah.
That's cute. No, I'm just going to stand there.
I'm just wondering.
You know, you standing there behind the thing, it's like you're a director or something.
I am. This is my job. I'm making sure it's all in sync here. I really don't know what I'm looking at, but it makes me feel important.
You don't know what you're looking at.
Well, I mean, I know what I'm looking at, but I mean, if it was something,
you're looking at
no, but I mean, if something went wrong, I wouldn't know. Like,
yeah. So is there?
But I just
so
feel
why
important
are you there?
because I feel important back here. That's all.
Do you want to because you were making the taco salad last night.
Yeah, we have plenty of leftovers. I don't need to make dinner tonight. We have to go to a soccer game.
Yes. You know, did you hear about the last indoor soccer game? Is this the team that Jackie and Ernie are on the same team?
I believe so. Yes.
Ernie got a red card that last game. He was kicked out of the frickin' game.
Oh gosh.
He almost got into a fight. It was incredible. I don't even know what he did, but I know he's much stronger than most of the people out there, so he pushed some tall, gangly giraffe guy to the ground.
He said he tripped over someone and they accused him of pushing him down.
I don't know, maybe. I didn't see it all. I just saw the guy go flying. It was all knees and elbows. And then he got up and called Ernie a nasty name.
Oh dear.
And then, but the ref gave Ernie a red card, so he couldn't play anymore. All right. I took notes today. I'm pretty proud of that. This is not fun, and it's very serious.
I'm going to wash my hands. For some reason they smell a little like butt, but I don't know why. I'm not sure why.
No, I'm about to talk about something so dramatic, and you're talking about that. It's like you're me, and I'm free beer. My hands smell like butt.
I think it was from the cat. I don't know. I'll be right back.
You know, I don't even have any inkling of continuing this thought now? Do you have any? You know what I'm about to talk about, don't you?
Are you talking about that nice family?
Yes.
Well, I didn't know that was coming up. I thought you were going to talk about Grayson next. That was kind of fitting. Maybe you should talk about that first because it kind of goes hand in hand.
I'm gonna have to. There's no way. I mean, and next time you could just go that way. You don't have to shuffle through like a frickin' moron.
I wasn't in the camera shot, was I?
I don't know, man. How the hell do I know? I'm not even looking at it.
Anyway.
I should flip that viewfinder over.
No. Then
oh yeah,
my job would be less
your
important.
job wouldn't be,
yeah,
you'd
exactly.
be less important. So yesterday, Diana woke up. I woke up. Grayson spent the night, and you know that's cool. I mean, Grayson to me is Jim, and that really wasn't that long ago that we were raising Jim. So whenever we have Grayson over, and that's really like a time machine for him to be over here. My grandson, in case you don't know, I have two, Grayson is the older of the two. He's 3. He'll be 3. Mm-hmm. Be 3 May 14th.
3 in May.
Okay. Doing great. And I think he drinks way too much juice. I think you were pumping it into him before you left, and then he wanted a cup. So I got him some juice, and that's messing things up bad. And this was really a time machine because he was sitting on the bed looking at your tablet, watching something, and he had climbed on the bed, and then I got on the bed next to him. I was like flipping through my phone, and then my back is like wet, and I was like, "What the hell, man?" And then so before it dawn on me, I roll over like to where he is, and it's soaking wet where he is on the bedspread. He has peed through the diaper and his underwear and his pajamas. His pee all over the bedspread. It's like, oh my God, here we go. This is just like when I was 24 years old. Okay, come on, buddy. Clean him up, wash the bedspread, and then we go downstairs and we play. And he had a fart that was 99% liquid.
So then it wasn't a fart.
And 1% air.
No, if it was 99% liquid, then it wasn't a fart. It was shit. He pooed himself. Did he not?
Well, I guess. But I mean, there was nothing solid about this. It was like if you turned on the hose and put your thumb over the end of the hose, and it had to have just everywhere, because
Did it soak through his pants?
It went through everything. Well, yeah, because you got that frickin' text from me.
Oh, yeah.
Later in the day. Well, right then, that said, hang on, fucking
What's
thing.
that noise?
It reminds me a little bit of like an Audi. It feels like a BMW.
I would say
Fuck.
Lexus, maybe Acura.
Anyway, there was shit everywhere. It went right through his pants. I sent that text and said, hey man, is there another pair of pants around here? Thank God there was. So he's a disaster. I had to throw his pants in the washer with the bedspread, washed it all. He's running around. Huh?
Did you give him a bath?
I probably should have. I cleaned him up really well with the wipes because Jim was on his way and I figured it's his problem. So.
Yeah, but when it gets under the.
On his pee-pee?
And the ball sack, it's a little
I
bit.
cleaned it up. I mean, I know how to clean a testicle sack. I know how to clean a scrotum. It's not. Do you remember that time when you thought that?
What? No.
Do you remember? Hold on. Do you remember that time when?
I know what you're gonna say.
Okay. Do you remember that time when you thought that the male's scrotum was separated by
Two sacks.
like a septum, and it was like it hung down like dog ears?
No.
Do you remember that? And you actually thought that that's what the anatomy was like?
I thought there was 2 sacks because it looks like there's 2 sacks when.
Well, there's that line of tissue between them, but it's
I
not.
know,
it
but the
doesn't
problem
deviate.
is, is that you have baggy balls, so that makes it look like there's 2 sacks.
Not at all. It doesn't look like 2 sacks. It looks like one with a line. It doesn't resemble an any. They don't swing independently.
Yes, they do.
This is going to be 2 hours. We are never going to get through this. Okay, now I was counting on that story to
Kind of
and
just
then I
fade
could
away.
go into the serious thing, but how can I possibly do this?
Okay, you say, okay, now on a more serious
I
note.
can't, you're laughing your ass off about this thing.
Okay, I'm done, but you gotta just say, okay, is there anything else on your notes that you can talk about first to kind of get us back in the...
Well, I've tried twice, and both times you've led me down to this weird area. All right. Let's talk
Oh
about...
yeah, let's talk about that.
Okay.
Do you need
Can
me
you
to...
unlock your phone for me, please? I can't see it. It's all your girlfriends gossiping about whatever 18-year-old, 20-year-old they have a crush on. Local hockey game took place, and you know, I'm gonna
High
keep
school hockey, right?
I'm gonna keep the names of the schools out of it. I don't know why I want to. I'm just fearful that somebody would get upset.
Yeah,
But anyway,
it's a good story though.
there was an account of what happened in the game. Friday night at the rink, School A skated to a victory against School B. The first period, things took off for School A's offense with a 3-0 lead. Second period, School A added one more in the lead to take a larger lead. In the third period, things took a little bit of a crazy turn when Team B's goalie was disqualified for a naughty penalty, and they had no backup. So with an empty net and 6 skaters, they tried to hold off Team A. 4 goals later, and with more than 10 minutes left in the game, it was over. Team A wins 8-0. So what happened was, goalie on Team B does something he shouldn't, and he gets thrown out of the game, and your best option is no goalie? I don't know. I talked to you about this. Why didn't they just put anybody in the... Why didn't they just put a forward or a defenseman and put him in the pads and just put him in there?
That would have made sense to me. I don't know. I would
There's gotta
have
be an
I would have
explanation.
gotten like the biggest guy out in the stands and put some pads on him.
I would have said...
Just to stand there.
Kid with thyroid disorder, come on. Put the pads on and just lay down and just anything.
Exactly.
But no goalie? I don't know. Maybe they did something wrong. Maybe there's a rule against it. I have no idea. But so no goalie. Can you imagine that? So they ended up losing. Team B did in a forfeiture. That's sad. What a shame.
A mercy.
A mercy. Yeah, they do that when it gets too bad. Thank God. What did you tell me was the score in the third period? Because Jackie is a middle school basketball coach. Is it middle school?
Yeah, he helps.
Our daughter,
She helps.
Jackie,
yeah.
is an assistant coach for the middle school. And they're just all kind of getting started, the middle school team. They're all very, very new to basketball. They're literally learning how to play. And then didn't you tell me that they won the other day, but late in the third quarter, what was the score?
Well, at halftime it was 4-2. And
They
then
were losing?
They were winning.
They were winning 4-2.
Uh-huh. And then with 3 minutes left in the third, they were winning 5-4. And they end up winning, I think it was 12-4 or 15-5 or something like that.
Is basketball, do you think they should lower the rim or something? Maybe like a 5 foot? It seems really hard.
I know.
Oh my God. All right, here we go. This is not the most fun. It's a very, very serious story, but I think we're gonna help out as the best that we can. Here in West Michigan, a tragedy took place in the Muskegon area. the community of Ravenna is, this is just the worst. An incident happened on February 4th where 3 young people were in a car. The Kubasiak family is mourning this tragedy, and so is the community, all of their friends and family. What had happened was 18-year-old Emily Kubasiak was driving, and she had her 16-year-old brother Peter and her 10-year-old sister Erica in the car. And something went wrong on Heights Ravenna Road, and there was an accident, and another vehicle was involved. And 10-year-old Erica passed away at the scene, I believe, or shortly thereafter. And Peter was very, very badly hurt, and he passed away 6 days later. Emily survived. She will survive. And so that was a major deal. And somebody reached out to me via email and asked if I would talk about some things, because this is typical small community. You know, you've seen this a million times, and it happens large communities, small communities. Everybody bands together and tries to help out, and that type of support is incredible to healing. So they said, will you address this and see what you can do? And we've been blessed because a lot of people have rushed to help us out in this video piece, in the podcast, YouTube, Facebook. So and being that it's just me and I can do with it whatever I like, I can talk for as long as I want about it and as many days as I like. It's just a little bit different than the radio show. Not that we wouldn't want to do that, but it's just harder to do, as I've detailed to you before, things on the radio of this nature day in and day out, because you kind of run a fine line when you're being pulled in many different directions. But this is mine, and I'll do with it what I want. And so it's very important that we take our time in discussing this as much as possible. But there isn't really a lot to discuss. It's more like, this is what we're going to do, along with to show support for these people, and I would do this for anyone. And so would my family and anyone else, I'm sure, who's actually watching this right now. First and foremost, there is a GoFundMe page set up, and it needs to be a larger dollar amount. So that's when I turn to you. And because I think the last thing that the Kubasiaks need to be thinking about right now is going back to work. So money to lay the loved ones to rest is very expensive, and I just don't want those people to think about money for a long time, frankly. So they need a lot of it. There is a GoFundMe set up, and you can see in the description of this video the link for that. If you could please copy that and then post it, or copy it, paste it, and then have at it. You would make me very happy and make a lot of people very, very happy. That'd be very sweet of you to do that, so thank you in advance. Or you can just go to GoFundMe.com, and I think I might be saying it wrong, but I think I said Kubasiak. I think it's Kubasiak. Pardon me, just getting this. You go to GoFundMe, and then in the search bar at the top, you would type K-A-B-A-H. Damn it, sorry. K-U-B-A-S-I-A-K. K-U-B-A-S-I-A-K. That is their last name, Kubasiak, or Kubasiak. I can't even get my head on straight on the name. I'm so sorry. Kubasiak. I don't even know which one is right now. But anyway, K-U-B-A-S-I-A-K in the search bar, and then that will open up their page, and you'll see the 3 children together, and it looks like some type of sporting event. A beautiful, beautiful children. So to Anne and John Kubasiak, my deepest sympathies. I cannot even imagine what you are going through, and so from the bottom of our heart, we're very, very sorry. This is a terrible thing, and I don't even know what else to say. I feel foolish even bringing it up to act like I can wrap my mind around it. That's what I mean by that. It's an incredible thing that has happened. I cannot believe it. And this catastrophe, I hope that you find comfort in the Lord, and I hope that happens quickly. There is also a support fund at Choice One Banks, if you're familiar with those, under their name. I believe it's the local track coach. I guess the kids liked running. Cool. Has decided to have a 5K on Monday the 29th for the family. And it's called the hashtag Ravenna Strong 5K. 6:30 p.m. And you can go to the website jazzrunning.com. That's the coach's site. And he has even more information about that. It's $15 if you sign up before the 24th, so like right now, pretty much. But I doubt it's going to be much more on race day. And you can sign up on race day. I am going to go there and run this race, and I would like you all to run it with me if you would be so inclined. If that's your thing, join me. I will be in the parking lot of Mona Shores High School. That's where it's all getting started. I think in the cafeteria, actually. But anyway, Mona Shores is where it will be. And if you'd like to go and race it, I'll be running in it. And it's the least we can do. So there you go. If you ever want to send me an email through the Facebook fan page, please do that. And that's pretty much how I get the correspondence right now, is through that deal. So if you do want to do that, that would be great. I enjoy getting the correspondence and hearing from you all. Let's see. We covered the MC Sports thing. We covered Grayson and his balls. We covered the fundraiser. We covered the hockey game. Email of the day. I've gotten so many emails from people, and boy, this is just always fantastic. Okay, this computer is killing me. Oh, come on, man. Okay. What a drag. Well, I gotta get to it. I can't, like, not do it. The thing is totally not agreeing with me right now, then.
I think it's time for a new computer. That one has sucked since we got it.
The whole world is crumbling down on me right now. Okay, we gotta get through this. And I am literally, there it is, okay? Dear Zane, I'd like to share my story with you in hopes that it will be as inspiring to you during this period of professional upheaval as you were inspiring to me during my lowest point from a physical standpoint. Around my birthday in June of 2013, I hit rock bottom when I went to the doctor and realized that I was tipping the scales at over 400 pounds. Life was not easy for me. I had recently been put on high blood pressure medication. With my family's history of diabetes, I was told that it was only a matter of time before I had to deal with the same issues. Laying down in any specific position for more than 15 minutes at a time caused severe back pain. Just taking the trash outside left me winded. My internal clock was to a point where I automatically woke up an hour before I would normally in order to take heavy pain medication so that I could function in the morning. It was at that time I decided knocking on death's door before the age of 30 was unacceptable. Oh my God, this is just torture. I had a gastrectomy, like some type of stomach bypass or something like that.
That's what I was thinking.
I lost some weight, but it wasn't enough. I had only dropped 70 pounds through surgery. I had hit a plateau and was beyond frustrated. That's when I turned to an odd voice in the back of my head. It was your voice. It was that voice that time and time again would berate overweight people on the air. As crude as it was a voice of reason. From that point on, every day after work, I would put on the Freeburn Hotwing Show on my iPhone and I would hit the trails around my place. For the few weeks, I would just walk. Then I would jog. Then I was flat out jogging. I'm proud to say that in the fall of 2014, I completed my first 5K, and I've done many since then. I lost over 150 pounds total, and I credit a large portion of that to the Freeburn Hotwing Show. Specifically, I credit Mr. 10 and his nut-hugging onesie yelling at me to put the fork down and keep moving. I will enclose my before and after photo with this post. I just want you to know that even though you were always the most derisive voice in the Freeburn Hot Wings show, you were also the most honest and earnest. Thank you. I knew that when you spoke from the heart. Thank you for all that you contributed for 15 years. I know that there are many more great things coming to you down the road. Sincerely, Jeremy. Well, and there is a before and after photo. Yeah, I mean, it's like totally different. I don't want to hold up to the camera, that'd be stupid. But as you can imagine, he lost another body. Incredible. You know, if I had to do it over again, as I've gotten older, I wouldn't be so hardline approach on that.
Abrasive.
A little abrasive, you know. When I got into, started to get into endurance sports and things like that, you know, the asshole in me, that kind of came out as, it was a little much, I think. If I had to do it over again, I wouldn't do it that way. And I won't do it that way anymore. I will, however, help people. That was the goal with the Buck Creek Run training group that we did last year. For people who had never run one before, that was the goal and intention. So glad to do it, and I'll keep doing it. So that's terrific. I've gotten a lot of emails like that. Again, send those emails to the Facebook account on the fan page. However, Jeremy, I went and looked at your profile, and though you are a handsome hunk of man now, we really got to work on some hobbies, because I think you're way too into wrestling, anime, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I'm just saying, you might want to, I don't know, girls. You got it all going for you. You're a tall, handsome dude. Girls. And lose those pictures of your Deadpool collections and other weird shit you do. Because, you know, chicks don't like you walking around looking at toys and shit. So, if you want to get some chicks, dump the toys and get them off your Facebook page. Okay. How do you feel about that?
Awesome.
You feel good about all this?
Give it a thumbs up.
How's your fingers smell?
They smell clean now. I don't know what happened.
Oh.
I think it was from the cat.
I can only guess. You think it was a cat, huh?
Well, what else would it be from? I didn't
know,
scratch my
asshole.
butthole. I did not put my fingers up my butthole.
What is the running time on this? I think we set a record. The last one, longest
You
one was
really
19.
think I can read that? Where does it say? I don't know.
Okay, there is nowhere it says it. Never mind. I know it's a record. Okay. Enjoy your day. Nice, beautiful, sunny day in West Michigan right now, but it is supposed to get shitty with heavy, wet snow. So, okay, there's no excuse for me to not have the driveway cleared, right?
That's right.
Okay. All right. Enjoy your day. We'll talk to you later. Peace and love.